Hello! I am going to show you how to use Bouncy Card for Final Cut X and Motion 5. To use Bouncy Card inside of Final Cut X, you first need to go into your Generators browser, go to Motion Master Templates, and then look for Bouncy Card. And then drag and drop it onto your timeline, or just double click. Just make sure that your timeline is set at 24 frames a second, or 24p, since that is the way the animation was rendered. Once your clip is on your timeline, just scrub through it to your first drop zone. Click on your template, and then go to your inspector. Once you have opened your inspector, just click on your generator button, and there you will see all your settings for this template. For your first drop zone, you have the option of using drop zone and text, text only, drop zone only, or none. For this drop zone, I am going to use drop zone only. Now we need to add an image, photograph, or video to your first drop zone. So just click on the image well, and then find an element you would like to add to it. I'm going to add this mock-up logo. And then click Apply Clip. Now you can adjust your position using the position X or the position Y. You can adjust the scale of the drop zone. You can also adjust your pan of your drop zone. So in case your image is bigger than your drop zone, or you have a portrait image, you can pan it around inside of the drop zone, and you can also adjust the fit. Also, if your image is bigger than your drop zone and you need to fit it in, or you need to scale it out or position it inside of the drop zone, you can use this pan or fit. So the position actually adjusts the position of the whole drop zone, and the scale adjusts the scale of the whole drop zone, and your pan and fit actually adjust the image inside of your drop zone. Once you're done with that, we will go to the next drop zone. Drop zone 2. You will do the same thing as before. You will click inside the image well, find an image you would like to add into that drop zone, and then click Apply Clip. To adjust your text inside of your drop zone, just double click on the text and then adjust the way you want. For this one, I want the text at the bottom, underneath the drop zone. I will go to my text settings, and I will push it to vertical alignment to the bottom. And I can also adjust my text limit using this line here, which I can push up or push down. Now I can adjust the size. And then I fill in the text. I took this image in Miami Beach, Florida, so I will put in Miami Beach, Florida. Okay, now I need to adjust the actual drop zone. I want to move it up and scale it down just a little bit. So I will now go into the generators, into my generator settings. Also, if you wanted to adjust the font, the face color, the outline, or the drop shadow, you can also do that here. Everything is adjustable. Okay, now I want to adjust the drop zone. I would like to scale it down and push it up a little bit. To do that, just click on your generators tab, go into your drop zone 2 options, and then go down to position. I will adjust the Y position to bring it up. And then I'll adjust the scale. Also, if you want to adjust the image inside of the drop zone, you can do that using your pan or your fit. I want to also bring the text up a little higher, so I can use this line right here in the bottom and just bring it up. This will adjust the limit of your text. Now just click on the escape key to get out of your text editing function. Now we will go to the next drop zone. Drop zone 3. Here I will do the same thing as before. I'll click on the image well, look for another image, photograph, or graphic. If you use video, make sure you use a video that is shot at 24 frames a second, so it matches up your timeline. So find your element, you click on it, and then you click Apply Clip. Now to adjust this text, just double click on your text. In this text, I would like to bring it to the top. I want to bring this, just make sure you select everything and then bring down the scale. And I like to push it down a little bit. And I'll use that using this handle. Okay. Now this picture was shot in Vero Beach, Florida. Okay. To adjust the actual drop zone, just click on your generator tab to see your settings. Bring down the scale of the drop zone and adjust the Y position to bring it down. And adjust it to taste. When you are done, just click on the escape key to get out of your text editor. Now we will go to the last drop zone, drop zone 4. Here I want to use only text. So I will select on text only on my drop zone 4 options tab. I will double click on my text so I can adjust it. And I'll put in some text. So you can put in your web address or whatever text or message you want to say. Adjust the size. And adjust the color if you would like. So I'm just going to adjust the face color of a section of the text. And for this one, I would like to remove the drop shadow. Okay. I will now go back to my generator tab to customize the colors of the template. You can customize the color of the ribbon, the card, and the background. So let's start with the ribbon color. Let's make it a nice little red. And you can also adjust the color of the card. There you go, let's make it a little orange. And you can also adjust the card design. I included 5 different designs. Thick lines, little squares, a texture, which you can see when you go in close. You have ray and the thin lines or none. For this one I will use the texture. You also have the option to use a background or no background if you want to put it on top of an image, a photograph, or your own design or your own graphic or animation. If you have it on, you can adjust your background color by using the color picker. Just click inside of this color box and choose your color. It's just a little blue here. And you also have the option to add a vignette or no vignette. This is just a dark little area around your background just to give it a little bit of depth. Now we'll leave it on. And that is it. Just render and you're done. To use Bouncy Card inside of Motion, just go to File, New from Project Browser, and on your left hand side go to Final Cut Generators, Motion Master Templates, and then look for Bouncy Card. Just double click. Once you're inside of Motion, just click on View and Show Overlays. And then you will go to Edit, Project Properties, and under the Inspector tab, you will go to Project. Here you will find the same exact settings as inside of Final Cut X. So you can follow the directions just like Final Cut X, and you will get the same results. The only difference that you will find is that if you want to change the text, you need to click on the Text tool, and then double click on your text. Once you have done that, you will see an Inspector tab with your text parameters inside. And then you can just add your own text and adjust it to whatever way you want. Just as inside of Final Cut X. When you're done changing your text, just click on your Select tool. To add images into your drop zone, just go to File Browser, find your video, graphic, or image that you would like to add to your drop zone, and just drag and drop it onto the drop zone. Just remember that if you're using video, the video has to be 24 frames a second so it matches up the animation, which was created in 24 frames a second. To get more into detail on how to use the project settings, just watch the first part of this video, which is for Final Cut X, but the settings are exactly the same. When you are done, just go to Share and share it whichever way you want. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
MotionMasterTemplates.com